Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Al Stock Trades. How's everybody doing today? What another 6+% day we're having in Clover Health. What's going on, everybody? We are going to the moon. We are our intrinsic value calculation, our due diligence, our hard work is making money. And guess what? We're just sitting back and watching the show, right? Oh, hello, hello. What's going on, GP? Beat Patrick here. Where is Patrick? $5 is my minimum target, but who knows in 2025, 2026, or 2027 where it can go. I'm drunk, but I made it to alive. What's up, Mamoose? What's going on? You drinking some mimosas? What's going on? Back again. Scruff McGruff is in the house. How's everybody? All right, ladies and gentlemen. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some dark pool data. We're going to look at some support and resistance lines. Where the hell is Clover stock going to go? What's going to happen? First off, I do want to give a shout out to one of a comment that someone left yesterday, and it really really stuck with me. And this comment here from Drew, he said, "Al, love you, bro. I've made more money in the last 3 months at one time than I ever have in my life." So, this is the mission of value investing. Part of our mastering stock market course, we have, so these are all the lessons, and there's about to be 100 more lessons added on. And then we're going to connect the 2.5 billion outputs of data to essentially make sense of, how to find 10 bangers from a fundamental perspective, not from like a hype perspective, from actually a mathematical modeling perspective. And we have all these legendary investors that we've conglomerated and we've studied them, right? And we have a kind of a profile on them, as well as tracking their insiders, buys and sells. And what these people do is they, like, for example, Seth here, he likes to buy undervalued assets that are intrinsically undervalued. And he's like a full prominent, Benjamin Graham type investor. One of our members just saw that one of the stocks he purchased was Soon. And if you can see here, he purchased it at a very, very low price at around, I think he got in at $1.50, right? And then it basically grew to 4x. And you could see that, it may potentially can grow even back to 9 or 10. So you could see the value of what these people, and you can see like SoundHound here. You go here and you type it in, and you can look that he ended up buying them way back, and he was hunting for these bargains, right? So these billionaires, and by the way, people don't know who Seth Klarman is. If you look at his net worth is $1.3 billion, and he's a disciple of Warren Buffett and Ben Graham, right? So it's important because you need people don't. Well, you talk to normal normal retail investors, they're not going to know any of this, right? And it's unfortunate because they end up losing their shirts when it comes to Wall Street. So anywho, we're up 6.39% on the day, up 52.15% on the week. 1 month, we're up 63.58%. On 6 months, we're up 185.86%. Year to date, we're up 194.79%. And we are up from bottom to high $356.45%, which you can see. Oops, I can't for some reason do it. Right here. You can see right here, right? So, and then overall max, we are down 72%. And again, I didn't buy at these highs, so I don't know. I did not engage. Majority of the buys were down here. It was like a 5% of the portfolio here, and now it's plus 40%. As it rises, it's going to get bigger. We, and you can see it's starting to curve up here, right? It's starting to curve up, right? And what's going to end up happening is once it basically curves up and hits around this region, you're going to see a lot of people come back online, right? A lot of people are going to come back, and it's going to be interesting because all of us that purchased at 60, 70, 80 cents, $1, $1.10, $1.50, $1.70, $2, we are going to be reaping these benefits, okay? So there is that. So we went ahead and talked about the price action. Now let's go ahead and let's turn our attention to the stock terminal here, okay? And let's look at some support and resistance lines. Now, what I want to also do is I want to look at the week here, okay? Now, by far, look how long this candlestick line is. This is just a long dong, okay? This is a very, very long stick. Let's see, shares are so outdated. All the cool kids hopping on CLOV options. Exactly. And that's the cool part, because once the stock goes back to its intrinsic value and even higher than its intrinsic value, a lot of us in the stock terminal group, we're going to be discussing our covered call strategy, and we're going to be making $400, $500, $700,000 a month, $700,000 a month. Collectively, we're in our group, we're probably going to make maybe 15 to 20 million a month, given that we have a lot of millionaires in our program now, because a lot of them, we were double downing and kicking ass when Clover was at its near bottom. Okay, literally at its bottom, not near, at its bottom. Okay. So CLOV options, a lot of folks now are going there, and we're going to be taking advantage of them, because we're going to go in and start selling covered calls once this thing gets to its intrinsic value and higher. I'm not comfortable doing it until plus $20. Okay. Long dong, homeless brain surgeon, right? If that's true, I'll be signing up tonight. No, yeah, Christopher, we'd love to have you. Again, the platform speaks for itself. You could see we are literally mathematically modeling, we are doing what hedge funds are doing. And I don't know why I'm not killed yet, right? But you can see the math works. I mean, it's the proof is in the pudding, right? Let's see here. Hello. It's time to make some money. I saw that in the Weeble. By the way, shout out to the person who, let me just do a quick shout out though, because I think this is really cool. Let me, give me a moment here. Let me find the screenshot here. This was freaking hilarious. I freaking love this. I actually sent this to my friends because I was like, this is so cool. So somebody on the Weeble chat group, I don't know if it was you, but Swordfish here, I said, hello. This was like literally at like 5 a.m. I sent this at 3:39 in the morning. So like, it was like literally in the morning. And this guy here, this is Arizona time. And this guy was like, hello. Or girl, I think it's a guy. It's time to wake up, everybody. It's time to make some money. And then there's a picture of my face. That's freaking holy. Oh no, that was me. Oh, dude. James, you're freaking awesome, James. You're freaking awesome. I had a blast. I was like scrolling through Weeble. I'm like, oh, let's see what the convo chat's doing. And I'm like scrolling, my eyes get big. I'm like, holy shit, is that me? Holy shit. And then, hey, Christopher, right back at you. Gunslinger says, Christopher has great informative videos too. Exactly, right? And it'll be good because you can bring on your due diligence with Insider platform, and it'll increase the intrinsic value of our platform. We have people that are from MBA, they're already having the MBA, they're doing their MBA. We have people that are multi-millionaires. I mean, there's one guy in our group has $100 million, which is really crazy. And there's one guy in their group who I'm not going to say his business, but he does some cool stuff, right? So I'm very excited with the community we're building, and it's crazy because it's a stock terminal. You get access to the educational arm, and you get access to over 2.5 billion outputs. And on top of that, you get access to obviously the stock picks, the portfolio hedging modeling system, all the other stuff that you guys haven't even seen before on this channel, right? And on top of it, you get access to a community that is so freaking smart. And that's the whole point, right? So going back here to this terminal, let's see here. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. Oh, that was me. Boom. Not all of us bought at 60 cents. Some of us bought at 14, 18 over 3 years ago and had to average down. There's always a limit to that for most people. Not a millionaire yet. Hey, you know what, Barry? That's fine, because for those people, now you know what intrinsic value calculations are, right? You know how to calculate them. And now you have a platform in which you could go look at the most undervalued companies, or let's say when a recession or correction does happen, now you know the strategies of how billionaires invest, right? And we have a lineage of billionaires and legendary investors that you could learn from. And we have the data platform to go from zero to hero. So if not millionaire yet, millionaire in the future, right? And you can look at it as a testament from my life, how I went from homelessness to soon becoming a brain surgeon. And obviously now with, all the success we've done with our, investments, of course. Right. So perfect timing for the treadmill today. Love you, Al. Love you too, Patrick. Get those calves sexy for Vegas. Al, I love you, bro. Please keep code SAS active a bit longer so I can make enough CLOV to purchase live. Yeah, no, yeah. So it's funny that was it you, AMG? I got like 2 emails, not one. People are saying because I was the SAS coupon code is going to expire, so the people are saying to keep it open. So yeah, we'll keep it open. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I because today was today. I mean, this not today. This week was pretty crazy. So we're gonna just a lot of money shifting around right now, a lot of investments, and so we're gonna keep it open, and we're gonna keep the coupon code open. Again, the point is we're trying to build a community. All that money that we get from the lifetime access goes directly at paying back the data, paying Brain Machines data sets, and overall, keeping the business. And then once we get to a position where we have plus funds, then we could get into a position where we're going to be adding even more tremendous value, even more, right? At this level, it's literally in at least 80% to 85 to 90% that of a Bloomberg terminal. So you're getting a lot, but we can go even more notched, right? But that's going to take some time. But yeah, so take your time, AMG. We're here. We're not going anywhere. Need some memes of Al in a spacesuit on the moon. Oh, that'll be so cool, guys. That'll be so cool. Yeah, I mean, you guys have a bunch of videos out there on YouTube, so yeah, we have fun with it. I mean, I'm listen, guys. I'm like really chill. I don't get offended. I'm really chill. I mean, you can put a spaceship on a freaking dildo and my face on it. I don't care, right? So I mean, I know now people are going to start doing that now. I don't care, right? At the end of the day, we're all I'm on my free time, and I don't have a lot of free time. One of my hobbies I like to do is I like to go to comedy shows. I don't like to do comedy, but I mean, I love comedy. I like to go to comedy shows and listen to comedians talk and laugh. And sometimes, one time I was in the comedy, like on the audience, and I was making a joke, and everyone was like, "Dude, you should come on the Tuesday." I'm shy when it comes. Maybe in the future I might do some of that, but I'm a big comedian person. I'm very chill. You make all the memes you want, right? I love this stuff. You know what I mean? Let's go broke 100% return today for a bit 70. Oh yeah, hell yeah, kill it. Cash will not increase for Clover. What does that mean? I'm sorry, Varun. They're free cash flow positive. I'm not. Can you specify? Barry, I averaged down, but didn't have much capital at 60 cents. Nevertheless, well positive and over my average. That's good. That's good to hear. Keep kicking ass, GP. Oh yeah, the former homeless intrinsic value master. Oh man, it sounds like a kung fu Jackie Chan movie. Holding 75,000 shares at 158. You're killing it, Julio. You're killing it. I averaged down to $12.75 to $1.18, 105,000 shares 3.5 years ago. You're killing it, James. Keep doing it. Already retired. There's always a limit how much money to risk. Absolutely, and that's the thing. That's why I put it the majority part of my portfolio, because I'm young. I could risk. I don't have children yet. And another thing I want to say to that CDR guy, there's literally a guy who came on here. Hold on. I know we're gonna do the stock terminal, but I can find him. Is it CDR? No, it's CRD. I don't even know his username. Yeah, he's like flipping us off and stuff. Dude, this is so freaking weird. I'm starting to believe this guy actually may work for the hedge funds, because he set himself up in an account where it's like prepaid, and he paid to be on here, which is kind of weird. And he messaged this on August 6th. And if you look at August 6th, let's say a month. Dude, that's so freaky. August 6th was here. So he said, we're going to short you guys. Stock went down, and all of a sudden, look what happened. Boom. It literally shot up. And I think he got destroyed. But this is what he said. Your so-called prophet, Al. I'm not a prophet, dude. I'm an educator, right? Anywho, let me just read it. Your so-called prophet, Al, is going to drive you into the ground. We are launching a coordinated effort to short this stock to oblivion. No matter what positive news you hear, we will never let this stock see the light of day. Well, yeah. Are you guys laughing? This guy's so stupid. And he's still a member. He's still a freaking member. Like, why are you still on here? We will relentlessly short it until it goes bankrupt. What is this? All the analysts are on our side. What if you think your leader can guide you with calculated numbers, think again. You are up against the very fiber of Wall Street. Yes, we may be down on our shorts. I mean, that was August 6th, man. Are you still alive, bro? But this is a calculated move, and we will bring this company down. What the fuck? What? You have one last chance to abandon this platform in this company. We are coming. And then this is my response. I'm like, what the hell? Because guys, listen, this was at like 12:53 in the morning. So it was like maybe like 3 a.m. Eastern time. And we're just like, what in the world is going on here? Like, what's wrong with this person? And I'm like, I don't know, guys. It's just really weird, people, man. It's just really weird. And the guy literally paid to go on the platform. I mean, okay, well, I guess it was comical for us. I mean, I found it amusing. I had to actually silence him and put him in timeout for a week because he was like bothering me. All right. Oh shit. Maybe this is him. Stop pumping. Listen, man. I don't know nothing. I'm not pumping. I'm not doing. We're just talking numbers here. We're just talking numbers. Everything I say is backed up by a citation with a resource data point from our stock terminal. It's crazy. I built a product that I use. You know what I mean? That's how you know it's good. You know what I'm saying? Not some product. A lot of people build products for the stock market and they just want to make money off of the product. No, I don't make this product is obviously, for the community, but I use it too. Right. I have my own terminal up top here. Right. All right. Let's see what's going on here. It's above my 220. Let's go. Hello. There's currently 32 Americans on some sort of Medicare Advantage program in the U.S. Imagine if CLOV can capture 5 to 10. I mean, they already captured 10% in New Jersey, so I wouldn't doubt, especially with SAS now, it's going to be good. So now what's going to end up happening is I'm going to go ahead and go to, let me just finish off the comments. Cash on hand will not go. Cash on hand will not go to $1 billion. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Can you cite me your data and your explanation? Again, I'm all about citations and I want to hear more of people's brains, right? How would CLOV benefit from I don't know. They were supposed to short this week. I know, right? Shit. That's what I'm telling you. Love you, Al. Gotta go eat with family, but I love the but love the lives being changed. Oh hell yeah, of course. Love is trending number 5 on Wall Street Bets. CLOV is trending. I said love is trending. Love is trending, right? Yeah. So let's go ahead and talk to our AI right now. And let's go ahead and let's open this up and say, what is a support and resistance line command? And let's go ahead and just make this a little bigger so you guys can see. Here's the command. Okay. We're going to type in CLOV and we'll open up the weekly, right, guys? And then from this angle, I want us to see this. Okay, so remember I told you, I said once this passes this line here, we're going to 167. We went to 167. I said, I won't be surprised if we go to 265 soon. Look at that. We went to 265, right? You can see it here. We went to 265, right? Which is like right there, right? Now we're above 265. We do have a gap in the lower $2 region, but we also have a gap in the $6 region, right? It's like November of 2021 or something around that time. So now the next goal is $4.19. $4.19. I think the stock is headed up there. Now there's two pathways, like two trenches Clover must pass, which is the $3.50 and $3.90, which are these little two humps. But the AI resistance line is saying it's no match. It can literally go in. So I and this thing is obviously legit. We have a really great technician in our platform, and he was doing some technical analysis on the S&P 500, and it's really great, to trade the S&P. People do that, and you can see how these lines are really great. So if you have other companies or whatever, this thing can, you can do these artificial intelligent lines to any company you have, which is what our members do, and it's just what makes our platform really great, and it adds value for every member we bring. We're not trying to, it's just it's lifetime. We want you using this platform for the next 15, 20 years. We want to build a community, and we have a platform, and every person that comes in brings value, and they learn. It's just great, right? It's what's missing in all of Wall Street. And again, I've been in academics for over 12 years, so I think this is what's missing. This is the gap that's missing between retail to hedge fund. And if you fill this gap, then there's no reason why you can't become a mega multi-millionaire and billionaire, right? Okay, so let's go here. So yeah, so we're definitely going to go to 419 for sure. That's coming, and you can see it's on the rise, right? And then we have that cup and handle. So I was thinking maybe these things might be the resistance lines, the 350 and 390, and that might basically form some form of a dip, like a little cup, and then we go into the handle, and then we go past 419, and then we basically enjoy this here. But yeah, once we pass these, the next levels are going to be very interesting, and this is where the SaaS news is going to come in, return to growth is going to come in, and we're going to make a lot of freaking money. Holy moly, the amount of money. And then from that time point, when we make all this money, we're going to have a side quest, of course, with our portfolio hedging modeling system, our stock picks, everything, all the analysis. Again, like we have these things where it shows us, and I haven't checked it within our platform, but we have this thing where, if you're making $500,000-$600,000 in a month, like, pretty much $500,000 a month in covered calls and cash secured puts. If you're making about, $500,000 a month, you could take that and then you can play around with it, but not play around with it like a dumb retail investor. No, you play around with it from an from a smart perspective. You can do bullseyes, right? Again, for folks don't know what bullseyes are, that's a really great algorithm. It's an AI signal that anticipates intraday move, and it's really great, and it gives you an AI percentage point. So like, we can go ahead and just kind of go down here. I find these very, very great because, we let's look at one that has a pretty good, because what you do is you take one that has a high AI confidence interval. So it's saying that Tesla, or sorry, that's Meta and Tesla. So it says like Meta is pretty good, right? This was today. Am I reading this right? Where's Meta? Meta. So it says, yeah, Meta is looking good. So we can go to Meta and see what's popping in Meta. So it is dropping. So it's saying that potentially Meta, wrong tab. We go here. Yep. So it's sensing that Meta might break out. That's what it's thinking, right? And again, you need to supplement this obviously with technical analysis, right? This is when you go to the stock terminal, you go here and you type in Meta, then you start to kind of see, and then okay, there could be a resistance, and you try to formulate your entry, right? You don't just jump in blindly to whatever it suggests. You do your technicals to increase your probability, right? So you see like, okay, well maybe it's due for a rebound, or goes down the rebound. So that's the beauty of the platform. So the reason why I like Bullseye is if you type in the Bullseye channel here, if you type in AMC, if you don't recall, AMC back in July of 2023, if you look it up, it gave a red. So if it's red, it means it's bearish. It's red, it means it's going to go down. So you can see the confidence was high that AMC was going to get destroyed. And if you look at it, there's the signal here. That was a signal that was set from our stock terminal. That signal was sent, and just look at that. Boom. AMC literally got disseminated. It got literally destroyed. It literally went from from a stock adjusted split basis of $60 all the way down to freaking $5. So you can see, boom, just destroyed. And this was the signal. So it's really cool. I'm curious to see if there's one for CLOV. So we haven't seen one for CLOV yet. Let's look up any golden sweeps if we can see if anything for CLOV. Nothing for CLOV there. Let's look up any trading flows here. CLOV. Yeah, so once you start popping up, you're going to see a huge jump because again, the options chain is quite restrictive now for Clover, but people are going to start coming in. So again, the point is we're going to be getting this premium, and we're going to be able to pump this premium into these different types of signals with the technical analysis and intrinsic value calculation, and it's just going to be very, very powerful. It's going to be very powerful, right? So again, you got dark pool, all those other things. So speaking of, these are like large dark pool activities. Speaking of which, I'm curious to see if things popped up on the dark pool side. Yeah, you see here. So we got one in March and a bunch of these signals for dark pool trades coming in. This one's really unusual. This one's a large one. And this was at 93 cents, right? 93 cents. So you could see like a lot of, hedge funds and a lot of institutional investors were buying at 93 cents while retail investors were selling. And it's unfortunate, because they don't have access to the data, right? So anyway, that's kind of the beauty of the platform. So now let's go ahead and let's just do some commands here real quick. Let's open up some dark pool levels. So if you look at the dark pool right now for Clover, really interestingly, there was some buys today. So at $2, so we already knew about the 243, about 386,000 shares were bought, and at 233, about 853,000 shares were bought, and then at 262, we have 261,000 shares were bought, and then at 272. We had 410,000 shares about. So I don't know who these people are. Obviously, it doesn't say who they are. Only if you go check in the SEC filings, and you can find out, which we have access to, of course, on the stock terminal. But you know what? This is really good to see, guys. Right? To see these dark pools in action, and it's really good because it promises. It's very promising, especially when you see a jump like this. This thing is going to go. And then what's happening is once this thing goes up to the top, you're going to have people that take it. And then there's going to be people that jump on this bandwagon at around $8 to $10 to wanting to 2-3x their money, right? And it's a shame because we already, 4x our money, right? 4.5x, almost 5x our money, right? I mean, let's see. If it's $3, 3 divided by 0.6, that's about 5x your money, right? So, that's why it's important to really look at the intrinsic value, right? Which is what we're going to turn to right now. Let me just do a couple more commands here to look at it right now. So if we can just really quickly, this is good for people that buy options. If you look at the implied volatility of Clover, if you look at the implied volatility, kind of gives us a nice little thing of what's going on right now. You can see there's a huge jump in that white line. And I suspect that the volatility is going to get a lot more as the stock price obviously changes. I mean, you've seen the options change, guys. I don't have to preach to anybody, right? Now, I'm curious to see if the algo flow is working for Clover, because now most people are going to come in now in the options chain. So let's see if our AI can pick up. There it is. We're starting to pick it up. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm doing this live, so I haven't done this before the video, so I don't. This is not scripted, right? So holy shit, look at this, guys, right? So here we have the algo flow line. The stock price is in gold, right? And then the green line is the algo, and we are. Remember, guys. So let me just go ahead really quickly. Algo flow. If you go to for example, this company, just to give you an example of this, right? If you go to Flow Algo, you can try it for 2 weeks for $37. And then afterwards, it's $99 a month. $99 a month for the same data we provide. $99 a month, and we give you lifetime access. And they just give Algo Flow. They just check this out. They just give this, which is why I'm so proud of what we have together. They just give this, right? Flow Algo, right? And here we are giving it, and they're charged $100 a month, which is insane, right? Right? We charge one-time fee, and you got it for the rest of your life, right? I mean, the math is pretty asymmetrical, right? So anywho, the Algo Flow and the stock price are headed in the same direction. And usually, if you don't recall, I did this before. I put in Algo Flow before in Clover. I put it in before, and I guess someone put it here in. No, this was the no. Wait, I want this one. Yeah, you see August 14, which was a couple days ago. Pepe put it in, or PP put it in, and we had no data because the options chain, no one was looking at Clover. The options chain was dead, right? It wasn't really paying that much. And then in the process of these days, now the options chain, everyone is buying. You saw one of the commenters. They said, oh, if you're a cool kid, you buy options. Exactly. And those options translate into data, and we get access to that data, and we get into the minds of what people think the stock is going to go, and we aggregate that data and we give it to you on a beautiful freaking millionaire platter, which is called the stock terminal, right? And that's how you can take advantage of it, right? So let's go jump back down. So this is great. This is extremely bullish. Very, very, very bullish. Okay. All right, let's see what else we can find. First of all, let me just go to the comments real quick. I'm just going to just put this up here real quick because this is a big freaking deal. Holy shit. Oh, very big. Okay. All right. So let's see here. What's going on? Squeeze the 30. Oh, man, I hope so. Average 20. Yeah, almost out of hell. I see the light. Oh, Jason, we're about to go to heaven. We're about to go to heaven. Clove is trending. Hell yeah, that's what I like. Yeah, so folks that so the beautiful part for people that are interested in fundamental analysis, we have a platform here where people can do the fundamentals, right? Because the thing is, we teach you how analysts formulate price targets. We teach you how to set up your own price target, and not the price target that they say to the retail investor community. No, I'm talking about the price targets they set to their billionaire people that their investors are, right? Those are the price targets that you would learn to generate. Dark pool activity equals Warren Buffett like insurance companies. Who knows, right? Hey Al, hope you are having a wonderful day. Hey man, how you doing, Naked Flame? What's up? All right, so now let's go ahead and go to the pin here, and let's see what's going on here. So let's see what else we can find. So, oh yeah, let's take a look at our AI prediction. Now, normally this doesn't work because Clover's options was bad. Let's see if so still it's not formulating because the options chain, you can see there's just not a lot going on. It's not like let me give you an example. Let me give you something that everyone uses for options, like Tesla. Tesla is a really big one, right? You can see with Tesla, the data is really aggregated. It really gives it to you, and this is like it shows you. Oh, this is a bear. It's bearish when you get a conversions and stuff like that, right? So so this is pretty nice. Well, obviously there's some, you got to use intrinsic value, whatever it comes, especially if it moves this low. We could kind of look at Tesla right now, see what's popping with Tesla. So let's see what's going on here. So yeah, that's why, it's very, like, you would have known that, and you would have known that it was going to go down. So 20%, and then now it's on the rise. So again, once you start putting the stock terminal data together, you can see how you can really, really try to avoid it. If you're a trader, right, 19% fall to get to that, plus 40% gain, right? You can see kind of the whole situation here, right? Let me go. Where's the data? Nope, not that one. And you can see, how strong the data is. And then you could go back, I think, on the algo. I want to say, I think there's like different layers of algo. I think if you do the days, yeah, this is Algo Flow 5, and you could like make the graph. You can stretch out the graph so you can see the divergence, right? You can see it was on the August 14. August from 12 to 14, it was on the rise. So you can see kind of 12 to 14. So here it is. Here's 12. Look at that. You see this? Here's 12 to 14, and you can see 10% gain. And you can basically put this picture in your mind. I don't know. Hopefully this makes sense, right? It'll take time, but yeah. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, yeah. We're going to do the price projection right now. Yeah. Let's do that one. That's a good one. Let's do the projection. Because remember I said this thing's going to 3. That's what it says. So let's see what the projection says now. Holy shit. Look at the projection. This thing's having it at $3.80. But you know what I told you? Remember I told you at the $3.50 and $3.90 region, there's going to be a little dip. So this little dip right there, you see this little dip, that little green dip from that 350 region, that green dip right there. Let me open up a new terminal so you guys can see how to read these things. It's really cool. Let's just see this, right? Oh yeah, I love the game. I'm right here. Where's the stock terminal? Sorry, guys. Trying to find the stock terminal here. Oh yeah, this gives you heat maps every hour. You got heat map. There's a lot in here, guys. So I get dizzy sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's go back up to that comment over here. Yeah. You see this little 2 bumps there? The $3.50 and $3.90. So the AI is saying, hey, you know what? We're going to go up and we're going to hit to that near the $4 region. But this little dip there is kind of suppressing this white line, and this little dip here is suppressing it. So we got a dip at that 3.50 region here, right? We got another dip here, a little bit here, and we got a little dip here with that $3.90 region. So these are kind of the battlegrounds we're going to see. But overall, the AI thinks that, the projections, and again, this uses artificial intelligence. It takes in all of the dark pools. It takes in all the people's buys and sells, and it calculates a sophisticated Monte Carlo sequence simulation, and it gives you this projection. It's a very, very, very powerful tool. And again, these are projections. These are literally 30-day projections. And if you've been following these projections, you would see that you would make a lot of money. I mean, honestly, let's just kind of go here and let's see what other people have done. So let's look at some projections in the past. This is projections on so this is the projection on August 1st. NC Canadian here did the projection. He's one of our lifetime members. And August 1st, the stock was trading at August 1st, right here, right around here. The stock was trading at $1.80 to $1.67. And our simulation was saying, no, this thing is going to go up past $2. And then you can see here, and if you would have taken that, you would, you missed that 40% gain. So you can see how this is very important. And then let's just kind of keep seeing these. Yeah, they're all talking. They're like, check it out. Check out the projections. We all talk amongst each other. So very, very, very good. Then you can start seeing the projections, how it's popping here to 250. But then now, if you look at it, the projections is saying, now the projection is saying 380, 360. So you can see how powerful the platform is, right? There's just a lot. There's 2.5 billion outputs, right? But it's really nice to use them. All right, so now let's go to the mastering here, and which including the lifetime access. We could go ahead and go to where the hell is it? And these are all the stuff here, and we're gonna add 100 more lessons here. So still beta access, which is why it's heavily discounted. Yeah. So you see, here's the light mode here. So let's go ahead and let's just do a bearish view of Clover. 0.05. Boom. Yeah. And let's go ahead and do 11%, 10 years. We'll do 6688, sorry, 885. So this is using 5% of the revenue, grow with an 11% growth rate. Clover's bull case is 330. This thing's gonna go past that, right? Because remember, I used 5% of revenue to estimate future free cash flow. And a long time ago, people were saying, "You don't know what you're talking about. Why are you using 5%?" Well, because I've done this for over 10 years, right? On average, usually a revenue is equivalent to someone's free cash flow, about 5%, right? But interestingly, if you look at the past free cash flow of Clover, let's just kind of go here very quickly. Let's open up our help menu with using our handy dandy brain machine. And let's open up stock fundamentals real quick. We can go to the cash flow statements real quickly on the quarterly basis here and type in Clover. And once we do that, we get our beautiful data that is directly grabbed from the SEC. We go up to the top, and then we go in, we type in the last free cash flow for the last quarter was 44 million. I mean, come on, guys. 1 quarter of free cash flow for Clover brought $44 million. And I have them here for 66 million for a full year, which is equivalent to 16 million of free cash flow per quarter. That's bullshit because I'm undervaluating Clover by like 2.75x, right? Which means that, again, it's very conservative, right? Again, and you want to do that because you want to do something called you want to buy something at which is called a margin of safety, which Warren Buffett talks about, right? Warren Buffett talks about a margin of safety, right? And that's the thing. You don't want to buy at intrinsic. You want to buy below intrinsic, right? And that's kind of why I do that, right? So there's that. So the question now is, what is the intrinsic value of Clover? Well, if they continue with the 44 million per quarter, so if you look at the last quarter, where is it? If you look at the last quarter, let's zoom out. The last quarter, they didn't get 44 million. They got 25 million, right? So still great, but again, they were still getting better. So you can say 25 million, 44 million, and then the 2 other quarters, because there's 4 quarters in a year, 44 million plus 44 million. But we're just going to assume, like, kind of next year when they return to growth, what their free cash flow is going to be. We're just going to take 44 million multiplied by 4, right? Just to see kind of what could be the value of Clover with just an 11% growth rate. So we're going to take 44 multiplied by 4. You get 176 million. So you go in, where's the intrinsic value? You go in, you type in 176, right? And that's just, by the way, this is just an 11% growth rate. You see how the mastering stock market course and stock terminal data, it helps you set your own price targets on a company where you don't rely on Wall Street because you are doing what they're doing, but you're doing it from the back end, right? So they still have 39 million of ACO payments exactly, which is why I said, Sean, that I'm estimating future free cash flows of 176 next year. Because this year they're not going to make 176 million of free cash flow because they already made 25 million in Q1. They're not going to get 176, but I'm assuming next year they're going to get to 176, right? So if you do that with an 11% growth rate, right? With an 11% growth rate, you can see it's $8.68, right? And a recession is $2.81. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are trading at recession levels. We're not in a recession. Now, the question is, this is where the money is. You want to know what the $1 million question is? I'll tell you. This is the question I sadly, I don't have the answer to. You want to know what the $1 million question is? Is when the hell are they going to return back to growth? That's question number 1. Question number 2 is how much percentage growth they are going to return to. Now, we can go ahead and do 25%, which is on average what analysts are thinking. And if you do that, the stock price turns to $23.91, which is in line with Andrew Toy's and Vivek's incentive package, which is around $350 million. Really quickly, guys, Al, how much to join your Discord SaaS platform and to get access to you if I have questions? Yeah, so pretty much We have the monthly platform and we have the lifetime platform. I recommend the lifetime platform because it comes with the intrinsic value calculation and it's lifetime, and you can technically turn it into a monthly platform, monthly subscription by using Affirm or PayPal. So you can use, and it's on sale now. You can use the coupon code SAS to get $1,000 off by using coupon code SAS and take advantage of it. Because this, obviously, you could see the magic of this course and the data. You're essentially your own analyst. You become your own CEO. This will go up to $5,000, and then the next 10 to 15 years, it will be a $10,000 course, right? I know that's crazy, but this data is expensive, and we're just like, these are for the believers and people. And again, these are for the believers and people that are really interested in wanting to change their life. And you can see, we are making life changing money, right? This is no longer a pipe dream. You see the data points, right? Because when we do intrinsic value, we go 10 years into the future and we see what others people may not see. And now you're starting to, we're in 2024, we're starting to see now that, holy shit, this thing actually works. And our educational system doesn't teach this because they want people to work from 9 to 5 so that they could create earnings for shareholders like us to enjoy, right? Which is majority owned by the rich. Hey, Al, last time Vivek bought the stock rallied 7 trading days, if I remember correctly. So we have a few more days before it slows down. Yeah, maybe. Exactly. I don't know. SAS and growth. SAS and growth. Exactly. So yeah, Sean. So what happens, 25%? What happens if they go to 40%? I mean, well, first off, how much is Alignment Healthcare growing at? How much is Oscar growing at? They're growing plus 40%. We're just going to use 40%. If Clover can do that, then you're starting to see why, this thing can get to a $40 to $60 stock, right? And if you don't recall, Andrew Toy said many years ago, said, this could be a $150 billion company, which is equivalent to a $300 stock price, right? Again, we're not assuming 176 million for the full year of free cash flow. Not this year, not for the year 2024. Why? Why am I confident in saying not this year? Because last quarter they made 25 million, right? Which is under 44 million. I'm assuming for next year, they're going to make that, especially now that we know they're going to be 3.5 stars. And who knows, maybe for the next year, they'll be 4 stars. Okay. So I hope this is starting to make sense because you've been hearing it over and over again. And now that people realize that, holy shit, this thing can make me a millionaire and a mega millionaire and potentially even in the future, a billionaire. Then people are like, okay, let me understand, like, how the hell how does this work, right? Looking to buy more shares. Think we'll see $2. I mean, I don't know. I mean, hope there is a gap at the $2 and something region here. Something. If I can find it, it's right here. It's easier to see on the hour, honestly. Look at that big gap. There's a nice gap there. I'm hoping it falls. I mean, think about it, guys. Now that we know the value of Clover and we know that this thing is going to, it is kind of seeming like the MACD is going to curl down here, but all the other MACDs are open, right? So we'll see. Now, before we used to hate dips, now we want dips. You see how like the market psychology changes? So hopefully this RSI resets on the hour time frame and we could, we can, be able to get at $2 again. I hope so, Glenn. I hope so. I want more, right? So it'll be a God's gift. It'll be a God's gift. Who's praying for a black swan? Oh, we're terrible. You see what Wall Street does to you? It makes you pray for a disaster. That's how you know. That's how you know you're into the stock market, huh? Oh God, I pray for no disaster though. Just a small one, something that doesn't affect humans or animals. Just a BS one, just to cause some fear. They still have 39 million. Well, yeah, we talked about that. I felt like I missed some of your comments. I want to make sure I get all of them, when good time sell options about. Yeah. So we'll be talking about this in our stock terminal. We're going to have a lot of people like we're making like $500,000 to $700,000 a month. Okay. And we're just going to be taking that. And then on top, we're going to be doing it's going to be insane. Right. So we'll be discussing this within our group. Okay, God's gift. Oh hell yeah, dude! Give me that $2. Give me that $2. DGen's gonna push this to the moon. Oh, Rafiki, Rafiki, they're about to get freaky. We're freaky. And I will sell to them. There it is, Rafiki. Good job. That is exactly how you got to think about it. Good job. And buy back when the hedgies drop it. There you go. Yeah. So, right. So, that's great. Right. And this is kind of the point here with this, we have the data. We're inside the minds of the rich. Okay. With this data, and we can be comfortable with our due diligence because we have it. So I think, as of right now, we'll just say 11%. Right. And you can see by doing that, you can see how undervalued they are. Now, we could just go ahead and let's assume let's just add Q1, they got $25.5 million in free cash flow. Q2, they got 44 million. Let's assume they get another one for 25 point. Well, let's say, how about this? Let's add another 44 million. We'll add another 44 million. So we'll get this, and then we'll go ahead and do what Sean said. Sean said, where does Sean say they have 39 million to pay? So we'll subtract $39 million from this, and we should get 118 million in free cash flow. Where's the intrinsic? So 118.5. So we'll go put 118.5 at 11% growth rate. Oh, so sorry, guys. 57 cents. Sorry. Wait, sorry. I need to make sure I got the number right. 118.5. What the hell did I put? Jesus Christ. I put 11. All right, there it is. So you can see now with 118.5 with the growth rate of 11%, you can see right now we're trading near the not even the bear case. So you can see how undervalued this is, which is why we're going to go to 4. And then by the end of the year, if not, a little after, we should see $5.85, right? So you can see the power of the intrinsic value. You set your own price targets, right? So see how powerful that is? Okay. Let me go. Happy Friday. Hell yeah. I made 13 people very happy this month. Hell yeah. 13. I don't want to be inappropriate. Never mind. You know what I mean? I shit my pants 3 days in a row because of Al stock trades. Rafiki, that's another t-shirt. I get that. I shit my pants. I'll put it here. Take a screenshot of it. How do I integrate into the new platform I joined about 2-3 years ago with lifetime membership? Julio, you see, okay, listen, guys, see, we got like literally 30 people signed up. Close to like, I think like 100 in the past, like this month. And only about 10 of them integrated within our stock terminal. I mean, come on, guys, what you doing, Julio? Right? So what you want to do, Julio, is you want to go log into the Al Stock Trades website, go to stock terminal integration. Okay. Click there. Okay. And once you click there, you will put your username in the comment sections here and use the link within that platform to integrate yourself. And then it'll happen automatically, right? You'll be able to connect. Okay. So yeah, guys, it's right here for all people that watch our channel. What are you guys doing? You purchase this portion, take advantage of the 2.5 billion data. I mean, guys, take advantage to the data. What are you guys doing? You got lifetime access to data, right? Sold 300,000 at 2.6, cost 133. Ooh, Ming Zhang sold at 260. I mean, you made some good money, but I mean, I didn't, right? I didn't sell, right? Just my short-term trading profile go back and forth, right? But not my large stockpile. But hey, man, sometimes people have different risk reward profiles. Again, you are the CEO of your own ship, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe. People that want to take advantage before coupon code sale ends, we're going to keep it on for a few to get people integrated, give them some time. Use coupon code SAS in the coupon code section within our mastering and bundle. Get $1,000 off. Understand that this coupon code will be expiring and will also increase the prices of the course and lifetime access because, it's acute, it has lifetime access to data, which I pay for monthly, right? So that's expensive, right? But take advantage of this, secure your lifetime access, get involved in the group, and let's make money. Let's make money, right? That's right. Be humble, obviously, but let's make a shit ton of money. Okay, right? People say, "Oh, money doesn't buy happiness." I was talking to somebody, and he was working at the gym, and was saying, this was in Tucson, and they're saying, like, money doesn't really buy happiness. And he's working overtime, and I said, well, if you had money right now, would you be working this job? He's like, no. I'm like, you think, would that make you happy? He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, there you go, right? So, money does buy you happiness, not directly, but it helps you find happiness, and more specifically, financial independence, right? So, anywho, enough with that. You guys already know that. I don't have to preach to you, right? Mimus, best channel on YouTube. I appreciate you, man. Again, no hype here. No hype. We're just doing data. Now, obviously, it may seem to be hypeful when we're saying a 60 penny stock could go up this high, and I'm saying it can go higher. I'm saying this thing can go to $10, $15. Okay. I'm saying this thing can go higher, right? But again, I got the data to prove it, right? So anyhow, that's the point. All right. And if you think if $15 is crazy, ladies and gentlemen, look at, again, it's part of my book I published. Look at Enphase. Look at Enphase back in May 2017. Look at that. 72 pennies. 72 pennies. And look at that shit. It went up all the way up to $300. 46,000%. You're telling me it can't go to freaking $15? Get out of here. All right. I'm not saying all companies do that. You got to know, you got to do your due diligence. You got to open up the financial statements. You got to do an intrinsic value calculation. You got to have the data in the first place, and you got to have the intrinsic value calculation. And before people say intrinsic value calculation doesn't work, who the hell does that? Let me show you something. 2010 Berkshire Hathaway annual letter. Annual letter. Look at this. This is the Berkshire Hathaway 2010 annual letter. I picked 2010 on purpose. I read all of them, of course, because it's your boy, right? I mean, don't you want someone teaching a mastering stock market course to do that, right? So you can see here, if you want to learn more about intrinsic value, you can read this, I think it's like a 27-page document. But here, watch this. Look at this. Oops. Look at this. He talks about intrinsic value, and he talks about, the challenge, of course, is the calculation of intrinsic value, right? He doesn't teach people how to use intrinsic value, right? But precision is not just precision is just precision just isn't possible. But again, like I told you from time after time, okay, 8 plus 8 doesn't have to equal 16. It can equal 14, especially when you find it sitting at 60 cents. Get it? You're still making money. You're still going to 10x. Okay. So yes, Warren Buffett talks about intrinsic value, right? They do. He does it on a piece of paper, right? We give you the equation, so you don't have to spend 10 years trying to figure it out. We give you the equation, we teach you how to use it, and we give you the data. What more do you need? If you don't believe in intrinsic value, you can go ahead and read up on it through Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest people in the world. And you can see for yourself how Warren, you want to go ahead and learn from traders that just trade the stock market and follow some guru. Well, this is who I follow. I follow this guy, right? I follow this guy. And if you want to go ahead and type in top Warren Buffett book, guess whose book pops up? Albert Allen, aka Al Stock Trades. That's the book that pops up, right? So this is what Warren Buffett is my God, right? Obviously, he's not like my God. God is my God, right? But I'm telling you, everything, this course we've created from the ancestors of Benjamin Graham, right? From that lineage. Okay. So what we do works. Okay. It works. Right. Hype is the result of hard work. So I'm happy that people now you're starting to see it. Love you so much, Al. Great video. I love you too, Patrick. I hope now you're starting to see it. You're starting to see the power. And it's up to you. Do you want to change your life? This is the key. This is the pathway, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I love each and every one of you, and I'll see you on the next one.